Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video will showcase the fastest cars in the GTA 4 police class, organised by lap time, with the top speed and race tier of each vehicle also shown in order to identify any outliers. All 12 police class vehicles have been put through their paces on my testing track and top speed run, so we'll get a complete picture of relative performance between them all. Check the playlist linked in the description and pinned comment for videos on all classes in the game, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for future GTA car testing and racing videos. This video is brought to you by all the ways to stay updated on what's happening with me. Visit bruffy.com/stay updated to find links to my social media, subreddit, Discord server, and info on where to read monthly update posts. So first up, in 12th place and last for the police class, we've got what you would probably expect with the APC. And yeah, a 1 minute 27.7 lap time is not very quick at all. Having said that, we definitely see a lot slower in the game, so it's not too bad. At least it can corner well, but that top speed isn't really doing it any favours. Then we've got the Brigade, which was added in the Ballad of Gay Tony but never actually used in the game. So this is kind of an unobtainable vehicle, if you like, but it is in the game code. It is there if you can spawn it with a trainer on PC, so I have tested it, and it is a little bit quicker than the APC, but not by much. Now we get into the top 10, and we've started by basically starting the top 10 with 3 vehicles that are all absolutely identical. First up, we've got the Enforcer, then we're going to have the Police Stockade and the Securicar, which when we got to GTA 5 was renamed to just Stockade. These are 3 vehicles that they look very similar. Obviously there's differences with them in terms of the colouring and stuff like that, but ultimately they are just the same vehicle. They also share exactly the same handling data in the game code, so they perform identically. One of them isn't faster than another, they're all exactly the same, and it's just basically a reuse of handling data for all of these vehicles, and just got different, liveries on them. Essentially they're just different liveried versions of the same vehicle. But ultimately we've got the Securicar, the Police Stockade and the Enforcer, all with a 1 minute 22.2 lap time, so significantly, a good decent couple of seconds ahead of the Brigade, but nothing to write home about yet in terms of pace. We're going to take a massive jump now to the Noose Patriot. It's a little bit of a weird one. It's a bit, it's difficult to get into a flow with this one. It's quite understeery and very rolly even for a GTA 4 car, but gets a relatively competent lap time of a 1 minute 13.6. That's not too bad. A 75 mph top speed, not too bad for GTA 4 either. But the Patriot is kind of out there on its own because we take another big jump in lap time to the Police Cruiser. It's actually the 3rd best in the class for top speed with 84 mph, which is pretty decent for GTA 4. A 1 minute 8.2 lap time is a good 5 seconds quicker than what we saw from the Patriot, but it just misses out on the top 5 to actually another variant of the Cruiser with the Noose Cruiser. This one, they're both very similar vehicles obviously, but this one's a little bit better in the corners, so it gets that better lap time. It's got a bit more grip, even though it's got a slightly worse top speed. It's just the all-round slightly better version of the Cruisers, the Noose, and yeah, it's certainly quicker than just the standard police variant, but they are very similar. Now you'll see that we've got actually an A tier for all these top vehicles because they're all very, very close in terms of lap time. We go next to the Police Patrol, and this is only fractionally quicker than what we saw from the Noose Cruiser with a 107.4 at 84.25 mph top speed. That puts it 2nd in the entire police class. And yeah, the top vehicles in the police class are actually quite close on pace. If you were to race all of them, you would get quite an interesting fight with the top vehicles because they're quite different, and I would say that the Police Patrol is one of the nicer ones to drive, but ultimately they give very similar lap times. Just ahead in 3rd place is the Police Cruiser Buffalo version, added with the Ballad of Gay Tony, a 1 minute 7.1, so about 0.3 of a second quicker, and a decent top speed as well. Again, very, very similar top speeds and lap times with these vehicles, but this Police Cruiser does just take the handling data from another vehicle that we will see in 2nd place, and that is the FIB Buffalo. So again, just like we saw with the Stockade and the Enforcer and whatnot, they're just the same vehicle under the hood essentially. They just use the handling data for the FIB Buffalo for the police cruiser Buffalo variant. So, you know, it doesn't matter which one you have, they're both handling exactly the same, and they're both essentially in joint second place for the class, because we're about to see a massive jump in lap time, and probably one of the biggest that we're going to see, because we now go to the police Stinger, again added with the Ballad of Gay Tony, only available in multiplayer in that game in free roam, so it wasn't even available in any game modes or in the single player. And that 1 minute 1.6 lap time that it gets isn't just the fastest in the police class, that is the fastest lap time over any car in GTA 4. Same for the top speed, 103 miles per hour. This is the only car that breaks 100 miles per hour in the entirety of GTA 4. And I guess it kind of, we'll see the side-by-side comparison here between the Stinger and the Buffalo, because obviously the FIB Buffalo is actually a very, very quick car. It's faster than most cars in GTA 4, and on its own, you know, it's pretty good around the lap, and it gets about a top 2. It's just outside of the top 10 of all cars in GTA 4. So on its own, the FIB Buffalo is a quick car, but you see how it just gets absolutely left behind by the Stinger, and it just shows how fast the Stinger is. And I guess it's an indication of how the speeds would improve for GTA 5 and what they were experimenting with when it came to the Ballad of Gay Tony, because yeah, the difference in performance, it's not so bad in the first half of the lap in terms of the cornering. Obviously it is a lot quicker, but when you get to that back straight, it just flies. So yeah, the police Stinger, not only the fastest vehicle in the entire police class, it's the fastest vehicle in the entire game for both lap time and top speed. It's absolutely dominant, and we will see a top speed comparison as well between them, because to be the only vehicle that hits over 100 miles per hour when most other vehicles in the class and in the game in fact are in the 80 to 90 mile per hour range, the difference is quite substantial and stark when you see it side by side like this, especially considering the Patrol is second place in the class and there's nearly a 20 mile per hour speed difference, which is huge at these speeds. So that's everything for this video. Please consider supporting on Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want to support this work and get some extra perks for doing so, such as early access to videos and other testing results. Also remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.